All right, greetings, fight fans. We're back with Izzy versus Imavov, which takes place in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia this Sunday. Also features two of the most dynamic middleweight strikers in MVP, taking on Bullet Magomedov. We're joined by our producer, Vaughn, and one of India's top BJJ coaches and owner of Cross Train Fight Club, Siddharth Singh. So, welcome, guys.
Good to be
Hi
back.
guys, good to be back. We've been doing this MMA Roundtable since 2016, so we've been doing this for a long time.
Yeah, with reasonable breaks in between.
Very,
Bro,
very long
it's
and
like Dominic
very
Cruz. It's like Dominic Cruz when he got
Good
injured,
one.
undefeated in 4 years.
Anyway, let's just get into it, guys. Thanks for joining us. We've got a really, really good fight card today. This is going to be taking place in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. So, in terms of fight timing, we should be getting it around 10:30 p.m. at night on Saturday, Feb 1st. So we'll be watching it in our time, like sort of almost prime time. The first fight up, we've got Israel Adesanya making his return after two straight losses against Dricus du Plessis and Sean Strickland, taking on a rising contender, Nassourdine Imavov, who fights out of the French team with Cyril Gane and guys like that. What are your thoughts? First one, let's go with you first.
For me, I think it's really interesting to see another good fight card happening in Saudi Arabia.
Man, the Saudis, they're throwing money at some like fantastic stand-up
Hey
fight. They're
man,
like
they want the best
no
cards.
ground
I think
game.
they wanted Islam Makhachev, but asking for a little too much too quickly. He's cracking some pretty big deals with Dana White. I'm talking about Turki Al Sheikh.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree.
If you remember that UFC Sphere was sponsored by Riyadh Seasons.
Riyadh season,
So
yeah. They have to get the big fights. Like they have to get good stars. Like imagine Hamzat and Robert Whittaker, we were getting on a fight night. Come on, you know what I mean? Like
So now it's sort of like a middleweight kind of continuation to that, where we have top contenders Izzy and Imanov, the rising top contender, now trying to like break into the top five.
he's like one of those next gen middleweight fighters, right? Guys who kind of like very, very well rounded, good wrestling, good
Yeah,
submission skills. Although, what I do like about Imamov is his striking is very basic, but it's also very effective. Like he's got a very, very good jab. Like his jab kind of sets up everything else that comes after that, like his high kicks, even his power shots. They all set up by the jab. But Izzy's also got a fantastic jab. It's a relatively fascinating matchup because one, we get to see if Izzy's all there, right?
hmm.
And two, if Imavov wins, we get to see him take the next step into a championship, maybe even a title run.
Israel, it feels like it was only yesterday when he was the king of the middleweight division. He was untouched, undisputed. He's doing he's going up a weight class, challenging the champion at the higher weight class, and then he's lost three out of his last four. So tells you how quickly the world of MMA changes. And he's watching the division, like new champions coming up and contenders coming through. So I'm sure it's quite frustrating for him to be in the sidelines. And to be honest, like this, he's fighting Nasruddin. Man, it's a bit of a step down in terms of opponent name wise, because he's been fighting the big
Big
name,
names.
big names, highlight fucking pay-per-view events, and now he's on a fight
Mm.
night card in Saudi Arabia. So I'm sure he's gonna have a lot of things to prove. And again, not taking anything away from his opponent, like Imanov is he's amazing. Like he's a great fighter. What he's really good at is playing that outside game.
Mm.
Um, Striking, he uses, like Andrew said, he jabs a lot. He throws that oblique kick a lot, calf kick a lot. He keeps the fight at a distance. He doesn't engage. In fact, if you watch the one fight he did really badly, was against Sean Strickland, who kept closing this distance, making it an
Mm.
inside fight, getting in inside and attacking Nasruddin, which he did not like. And so I think that's what Israel's got to do, which is kind of, Israel can do anything striking wise. I mean, Israel is also famous for outside, but he need to get inside. He need to get dirty. He needs to take a few hits, take one to give two.
But
That's the kind of fight they like to do.
that's my only sort of like, I mean, I agree that he has to make it a dirty fight, but my only issue is that I don't know if Izzy can fight like dirty like that. Like, like going inside. I don't know if he has that style or if it's like it'll work for him against a guy like Imavov. Maybe at distance, he's got a bit of an advantage because slightly longer guy is used to fighting kickboxing. I
Do you
if
think
I
that his
if I may
power is still all there? Like,
is he?
it's been, yeah, is he? It's been a while since he knocked out Pereira, right? It's been a while since
Yeah, it's
he
been a
knocked
while.
out anybody.
He's also, you are right though. Like you cannot discount the fact that guys are getting older. And but the last thing that goes with older guys is power. I don't know if he'll have the speed to contend with Imavov. Imavov is young. I think he's what, 28, 29, something like that, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Right? He's very young. So he's got that full exuberance in him, right? Like the guy can take shots. I don't know if Israel can take shots anymore, man. Like he's 35, 36. Then these wars take a toll on you.
Probably not going to take that kind of damage that somebody like a Paulo Costa might put on you if he puts the pressure, or
Hmm.
a Yoel Romero might put on you. But still, if both of them play the outside game, I think it's going to be like
Is he
strike.
fight?
Yeah, Izzy's fine, like a striker's delight. Fucking.
Yeah, no, it's definitely going to be a striker because I don't like Imavov. Even his wrestling, he doesn't like use it as much as he should. Like there are certain fights that he's very defensively sound. Like when I think when he fought Brendan Allen kept trying to take him down, took him down in the first round. That was it.
Sid, you might think Izzy might try to take him down, like he did against Pereira in the first
Pereira?
fight.
I think that'll be a surprise. I'm not counting on that at all, bro. I think Izzy would be like we all said, he's comfortable playing at range. He also Izzy prefers when his opponent is backing away, moving away, because that gives Izzy the comfort of taking that space, entering, throwing his combinations, keep it, touch and move. And I think Nasruddin kind of does that. He does
Yeah.
move back. He gives his opponent space to. So he's kind of playing into that. I don't know why Israel would want to shoot and make it a wrestling match if he has an advantage in the striking,
Yeah.
which technically he should have. Man, he's like a
Mhm.
kickboxing world champion, and he won all his big fights by striking. So I don't know why he would be worried about taking Nasruddin down.
Imavov
But
down.
yeah, but man, Imavov should be trying to take Israel down. I mean, he's got to mix it up because we've seen that if anybody is fighting Adesanya and he's watched any of his fights, he knows
Yeah.
that you need to kill Adesanya, put him on the cage, take him down. That's like game plan. With
101.
no
Yeah.
brain, the guy will be making that plan. Yeah.
Right. He's so good at distance. He's long. He fights long. His body kicks, his leg kicks, even his jab, the way he jabs, it's very long. Right. So he's got that. Like it's very difficult to hit Izzy with an overhand right when he jabs. The distance is just too far. But my my um my only caveat to this is he's older. So like, and he's made his money. Where's the will to like compete, right? Like sometimes fighters go through that. Like they make it like the whole analogy with like silk sheets and all, right? Like you've made so much money. You a two-time middleweight champion, contested for the light heavyweight champion, one of the most active defending UFC champions there was at the time. What do you have to fight for anymore? That's the only thing. It's a mental edge, right? Nasruddin's got everything to fight for. He's got the title to fight for, but I don't know if Izzy's has that in him anymore. One last title run, maybe. I don't know, but it's difficult to say. Like, where a guy's mental state is after taking three losses in the last four fights.
Mm.
So that's the thing. Like I think the fact that it's on a fight night, the fact that he's fighting a lone named fighter, I think that should be the motivation, bro. Like to prove to a lot of these guys that listen, I still
I'm
belong
still
at
here.
the big shows. I'm still here. That's got to be the motivation. I think if he doesn't
I
perform
agree.
well in this one, then I think it's going to be a downward hill. But I think this one he might come in with a chip on his back. I was watching the gym in New Zealand, City Kickboxing, which is where most of these guys train, and he's training pretty hard, man. He's training with Volkanovski. He's training with a bunch of high level wrestlers. So
Yeah.
I mean, he's spent time at ATOS in the US. He's trained with Craig Jones. So he's been putting in the work. Now, how but that's you can be turning up and training, but like Andrew said,
It's the mental
how
thing,
much of
right?
the fire is still there? How much of the heart is still there? Because
I think
you're
just
not
the fact that
young.
he's accepted uh, this fight might be an indication to where his head is at, because somebody in Israel's position can easily turn down these lower ranked fights and kind of wait
Yeah.
his turn out till he gets one of the top five guys. So
No, but I also
just the
think
fact that he
it
wants to stay
indicates.
active and keep doing this.
No,
Shows.
it's also in many ways like he's right now like basically what Dustin did, right? Like he said, like guys gave me a chance when I was nobody, right? So now I'm giving the other guys a chance to like at least try to make a name off of me. It's the way of the sport. And so I think that's his way of sort of giving me. Say, all right, man, I've only had title fights. Let's give this other guy a shot. Let's see if he's the real deal. And that sort of like speaks to him as a fighter as well. Because say what you want about Izzy, people are cringe, this, that, but the guy is a fighter's fighter, dude. Like was a super active champion, fought all comers, took his losses like a man. You know
Mm.
what I mean? Like you got to give it to Izzy. I hope he wins. Like I just to sort of like get that feeling back of like all right, I'm here and I can sort of deal with the whole thing. But I wouldn't be surprised if Imavov has success as well against him simply because it's a good style matchup for both guys.
For me, also, I think Izzy takes it in the striking, and I think
Hmm.
mostly there, that's where the fight will kind of play out. And I think Izzy finishes him.
Bold prediction. Bold prediction.
I think Imavov takes it. Yeah,
Decision.
I think he's going to take it a decision. He's gonna. I don't know. I don't know what the fight's gonna be. It's gonna be if it stays standing, it's gonna be a treat, man. I want to watch the two of them
Yeah, yeah. Both
strike.
guys are very good. Both guys are
I
very,
hope
very
they
good.
keep it striking. It's gonna be a masterclass. I would love to watch Adesanya. I mean, it's gonna be amazing. Is this a 5 round fight?
Yeah, yeah. 5 round fight. Main event. All
Wow.
main events are five
Wow,
round.
wow. It'll be a treat. Yeah, it'll be a treat. But I'm going with the younger, hungrier Imavov for
All
sure.
right, we've got two for Izzy and one for Imavov. These are our predictions for the two most important fights for UFC Fight Night in Saudi Arabia, Riyadh. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for joining us. It's been a long time since we've come back, since we're back. So please do subscribe to the channel at Live MMA. Thank you guys so much for watching, and remember, Live MMA now.